guys, Kate with Kate Mind Skills here, and on my channel you can find a lot of different videos about health and wellness, good mind skills, and how to think positively towards your own life, and minimalism. Today we're going to talk specifically about mail and how much of a hassle it can be in our lives. So first we're going to talk about mail that comes in your mailbox, so physical paper mail. Then we're going to talk about emails, and then lastly we're going to talk about apps. So if you're interested in learning how you can de-junk and good methods that you can use in order to decrease the load that you have to go through for your mail, then stay tuned and keep watching. So first, let's talk about mail that comes in your mailbox. Now, I like to go green. I don't like to have a lot of paper and a lot of ink that is used. I don't even do that in my own personal life, so why would I want to encourage companies to send me their mail with their paper and their ink that is not good on the environment? Why would I want to have that done? So when I moved into my new apartment complex, I noticed that there was various mail from companies that live within 5 to 10 miles around our apartment complex. So that included a family dental practice, that included some various different automotive shops, and I didn't want to have their mail. So what I did is that I asked myself, does this add meaning and value to my life? And as soon as I got that mail and I asked myself that question, and if it was a no, I would immediately call the company and ask them to remove my address from their mailing list. And so that has significantly decreased the load that I have and the mail that I need to go through. Now, the other part that I get super annoyed about is old residents who do not change their mailing addresses with other companies. So I have probably about 4 to 6 different people who have lived in our apartment complex previously that I have gotten their mail. And so as soon as I receive that, I write on it, return to sender, and I put does not live here anymore, and I put it straight in the outgoing mailbox. And I've noticed that as I've done that, the load on having old residents' mail inside my mailbox has decreased significantly. So I want to invite you to do that, and you can put down in the comments below how many different people's old mail that you get currently, and go for a couple months and see how much you can decrease the number of people and the number of envelopes that you get in your mailbox. Now, the thing that I really was triggered by to start doing this is when I was living with 5 other girls, there was constantly people moving in and out of the apartment, and I didn't like to have junk that they had left behind. So I was cleaning out our doorway closet, and I noticed this huge package that was taking up a 1/6 of the closet space that could have been used for something else. So I pulled out the box and I saw the name on it, and it was nobody who I knew. So I asked my roommates if they knew who this person was, and half of them had no idea. And so one girl was like, oh yeah, that was my previous roommate, and that box has been sitting there for about 8 months. And I was like, are you kidding me? Maybe she doesn't even know that this box is here. And she goes, oh, it's fine. She'll probably just come pick it up when she wants. And I was like, that's not really a good answer for me, because that's taken up a 1/6 of our closet space, and who knows, maybe this package is important to this person. So what I did is I found her on Facebook, and I noticed that we had a couple mutual friends of roommates that I currently had, and so I thought, okay, this must be the girl. So I messaged her and I said, hey, I noticed that there's a package with your name here. It's from Amazon. Would you be interested in coming by to pick it up? And she said, oh yes, I would love to. I'll come right away. She came the next day, picked it up, and expressed to me how grateful she was, because she had no idea that this package had been sent to her old address by Amazon. And I'm sure it was her own fault for not changing the address online, but, you know, she had no idea, and I've done that before, so I can't blame her. And inside was this game that she really wanted, this board game, that she had actually ordered another one and spent twice the amount of money to have another one sent to her actual physical address. So I want to know if anybody else has had similar experiences where they have like a big package. Tell me in the comments below what fun or interesting or annoying experiences that you've had with other people's mail. Go ahead and just pause the video real quick and go ahead and do that, because I want to have some laughs, and I'm sure other people are interested in your experiences as well. Now, that concludes the part for physical mail and reducing paper waste, contacting old residents that have lived there previously, and contacting the companies that you feel like their advertising or their products don't add to your life. The next portion that we're going to talk about is email. So I don't know about you, but I know about me, as I had a ton of different subscriptions to all these websites that I really wasn't that interested in. Now, I went through, and I'm sure there was over 100 subscriptions that I had done within the past 3 years of companies that I was initially interested in, that you had to put down your email address in order to look further into the website. I'm sure you've all had that situation. I mean, we live in this day and age where technology is so prevalent. I'm sure you've had a similar experience. So what I did is I hit unsubscribe, 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 and I felt like it was going on for days and days and days. But the other issue that I ran into is as time went on, I kept subscribing to new and additional companies that I was just a tiny bit interested in. And so I've come up with a method in order to decrease the amount of subscriptions that you have. I want you to ask yourself, what are your top 3 priorities in different subscriptions that you want to have? For me, it includes minimalism, hypnotherapy, and natural foods. So if I find a new website with great deals on clothing and I have to put in my email address in order to get a good deal, I'm going to first stop and ask myself, is this within my 3 top interests and priorities? Is it within minimalism? Is it within hypnotherapy? Is it within natural foods? Chances are it's not. So I don't even hit the subscribe button anymore, because I know very well if it's something with clothing, I'd much rather go to a thrift store, try on the piece and make sure that I like it and make sure that the quality is good and I know where my money's going. And then I don't have to waste 15 minutes, between 15 to even an hour sometimes, just deleting emails each month. It's kind of annoying. So go ahead and do that and write down right now. So pause the video again and write down on your phone what your top 3 priorities are and what you're interested in. So every time something asks you to put in your email or to hit the subscribe button, ask yourself, does this fit my top 3 priorities? And if it does, it will add value to your life. I can promise you that. Now, that concludes that part of having junk mail. The other is that I want to add in just a little tidbit of information. It's not so much along the mail part as it is just decreasing how many things that you have to check every day. So for me, I used to have a ton of different apps. I had Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Marco Polo, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, and then a family group chat, text messaging, and voicemails that I got from my work. And I thought, oh my gosh, how am I ever gonna look through all this every day? I would much rather just sit and talk to my husband than look at all these different apps that I honestly don't feel like are adding value to my life. So what I want to invite you to do is to pick 2 of those apps and work towards weaning off of all the rest of those apps and just have 2. So for me, my priorities are YouTube and Facebook. YouTube, because I can look at everything and anything and get all kinds of information, and people can find me a lot easier through YouTube rather than Instagram, I've found. And then Facebook is also important to me because I can keep in contact with family members and I can also share with them my experiences that I'm having. So now today, I have actually deleted and have been completely off of Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Marco Polo, and Snapchat. Those things no longer add value to my life, and I can tell you, my life has been so much more peaceful and calm, and I feel like I'm actually adding value to my life. So go ahead and type down in the comments below, go ahead and pause the video again, and write down the apps that you're going to be deleting and the apps that you're going to keep and why. Let's go ahead and share with each other our reasons, and maybe you can help out some of the other people that like to scroll through comments as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just to summarize, today we've talked about de-junking our mail. Us as females and males, haha, we need to really downsize on all this different mail that we're getting. So thank you so much, and I hope this video was helpful to you. If you're interested and genuinely feel like this channel will add meaning and value to your life, I give you permission to actually go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because you want to learn about things that are going to help you progress and help you help others progress as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time.